Welcome to Season 1 of the CCHL This Week. The CCHL Network presents the CCHL This Week with Greg Avgeropoulos and Josh Primo.
Welcome back to the CCHL This Week. Thank you for joining me. My name is Greg Avgeropoulos from Trending in Sports, and I do not have my co-host with me, unfortunately, like it said in the intro, Josh Primo. We are giving him a little bit of a rest day today, and we will be back tomorrow with another recap of the CCHL this week. We are currently a week behind because, as we said last week, we missed a week, but we are making it up now, so we will have two of these this week. But without further ado, let's hop into the first game from November 3rd. So, the first game from November 3rd, which was a Thursday, was Smith Falls and Cornwall. The score was 4-1 in the lone Thursday night CCHL contest. Matthew DeMaline scored twice. Sean James and Seamus Stevenson tallied singles, while Dawson LeBray made 36 saves as Smith Falls improved to 10-4-0-1 on the season. Cornwall, who fell to 7-6-1-0, had their lone goal from Ethan Montroy, while Dax Easter finished with 34 saves in the losing effort. Now, moving on to November 4th, which was a Friday, we have the Brockville Braves and the Rockland Nationals. The score was 4-2 for Brockville. There were four games across this day. Colin Elliott, Aiden Yard, Luke Chichor, and Cohen Bolsterling found the back of the net, while Philip Rondina made 27 saves as Brockville improved to 7-7-0-0. Rockland, who dropped to a record of 7-5-1-1, had goals from Nicholas White and Charles Locase, when Ben Graham made 31 saves in the loss. Moving on to Hawkesbury and the Ottawa Junior Senators. This game was a score of 2-1 for Hawkesbury. Remy Jelinais scored in regulation. Jackson Kirk was the overtime hero, while Dimitri Palekos made 37 saves as Hawkesbury improved to 8-3-1-3. Ottawa, who fell to 11-3-2-0, had their lone goal scored from Michael Hebert, while Rourke Appleby made 30 saves in the losing effort. Moving on to the next game from this very contested day, the Smiths Falls and Pembroke. Smiths Falls ended up winning this one 4-1. Eli, Doug Hart, Wood, Sean James, Finnegan, Kilmurray, and Trevor Foucher scored goals, while Will McAvoy made 26 saves as Smiths Falls improved to 11-4-0-1. Pembroke, who fell to 3-9-0-1, had their lone goal scored from Matt Yeager, while Ben Forget made 36 saves in the losing effort. Moving on to the next game from this day, Navan and Kempville. Navan did end up winning this game 5-4, and Michael Ergo and Mark McPhee, Blake Hall, and Tio Diodaro scored in regulation. Nicholas Pione netted the overtime winner, while Braden McIntosh made 22 saves as Navan improved to 9-5-2-0 on the year. Kempville, who fell to 5-6-3-0, had goals from Chase Lamy, Ty White, Emile Trottier, and Matthew Yakubowski, while Jackson Biron made 38 saves in the loss. Now, moving on from that day, we are going to November 5th, which was a Saturday. In the lone Saturday night CCHL contest, the Renfrew Wolves edged the visiting Carleton Place Canadians via shootout 3-2. Tyson Tomasini and Brendan Waviata scored in regulation. Tyson Fair netted the lone shootout marker, while Sebastian Reeser made 35 saves as Renfrew improved their season record to 8-4-1-1. Carleton Place, who fell to 7-5-0-1, had goals from Evan Jameson and Derek Hamilton, while Jackson Pundick made 31 saves in the loss. Moving on to Sunday, November 6th. There were 5 games of CCHL action on Sunday, while we saw victories from Rockland, Brockville, Carleton Place, Navan, and Cornwall. The first one we will talk about is the Rockland Nationals and Kempville 73s. This was a score of 5-2 from Rockland. very, very fun game as Nicholas White scored twice in this game, and Kellen Dostelaire, Adriano Lombardo Tulo, and Zach Power added singles, while Hayden Gould made 28 saves as Rockland improved their season record to 8-5-1-1. Kempville, who fell to 5-3, to 5-7-3-0, had goals from Chase Lamy and Tyler Kelly, while Connor Blackwood made 22 saves in the loss. Moving on to the next game of this day, Brockville and Nepean. Brockville ended up winning this contest 5-3. Luke Tachor netted a hat trick. Colin Elliott and Thomas Haynes tallied singles, while Philip Rondina made 32 saves as Brockville improved to 8-7-0-0. Nepean, who fell to 3-9-0-2, had goals from Luke Posthumus, Braden Potvin, and Curtis Sturgeon, while Gage Stewart made 37 saves in the losing effort. Moving on to the next game, Carleton Place and Renfrew. Carleton Place did end up edging Renfrew 6-2. Will Soloway and Dylan Pollock scored twice. Mateo DeCipio and Caden Ryan also scored, while Jackson Pundick made 30 saves as Carleton Place improved to 8-5-0-1. Renfrew, who dropped to a record of 8-5-1-1, had goals from Tyson Fair and Joe Kennelly in the loss. Moving on to the next game, Navan and Ottawa. Navan ended up edging the Ottawa Junior Senators in this contest 4-0. A great effort from them as Caden Faust, Joseph Ianello, Blake Hall, and Nicholas Pione scored goals, while Braden McIntosh pitched a 32-save shutout as Navan improved their season record to 8-10-5-2-0. Ottawa, who fell to 11-4-2-0, had a 31-save effort from Connor Shibley in the losing effort. Now on to the final game from this day, Cornwall and Pembroke. Cornwall ended up winning this game 5-2. Bradley Fraser scored a hat trick. Nathan Garnier and Chaka Benjamin Natumba Mutu scored singles, while Dax Easter made 37 saves as Cornwall improved to 8-6-1-0. Pembroke, who fell to 3-10-0-1, had goals from Alex Urbisiki and Owen Rainey, while Ben Forget made 32 saves in the losing effort. Now, that is all we had, unfortunately, for this week, but we will be back tomorrow to recap the other week that we missed from the CCHL this week. I'm Greg Avgeropoulos. Thank you for joining me. We'll see you tomorrow. And now I know my